He didn't say goodbye. No explanation. No warning. No final hug. One day he was there, texting her good morning, holding her hand, talking about the future. The next day, he was gone. His number disconnected. His apartment empty. His social media deleted. She thought she meant something to him. 5 years later, she would finally learn the truth. Lena met Caleb during her final year of college. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't loud. But he was steady. The kind of man who remembered how she took her coffee, who listened more than he spoke, who made her feel safe in a way she had never felt before. For 2 years, they built a quiet life together. Movie nights, late-night talks about dreams, plans to move in together. Then one Tuesday morning, he didn't answer her call. By evening, she went to his apartment. The door was locked. Lights off. The landlord told her he'd moved out over the weekend. No message. No note. Just gone. At first, Lena was angry. Then confused. Then desperate. She replayed every conversation in her mind. Did they fight? Did she miss a sign? Did he meet someone else? Weeks turned into months. Friends told her to move on. He ghosted you, they said. That's your closure. But it didn't feel that simple. You don't plan a future with someone and disappear without a reason. Unless the reason is bigger than love. Or darker. 5 years passed. On the outside, Lena rebuilt her life. New job, new apartment, new routines. But there was always a quiet space in her heart where his name still echoed. It was a normal Thursday evening when she saw it. An email. From him. At first, she thought it was spam. Then she saw the subject line. I owe you the truth. Her hands shook as she opened it. 3 lines. I never stopped loving you. I left because I had no choice. If you're willing, meet me at Riverside Cafe tomorrow at 6. I'll explain everything. No emojis. No dramatic declarations. Just simple words. She barely slept that night. Part of her wanted to ignore it. Another part, the part that never fully healed, needed answers. She arrived early. Her heart felt like it did 5 years ago. Anxious, hopeful, afraid. At 6:07 p.m., he walked in. He looked older, thinner, tired in a way that life, not time, creates. For a moment, neither spoke. You look different, she said softly. So do you, he replied. The silence between them was heavy. Finally, he took a breath. The night before I left, I found out my father owed dangerous people a lot of money. She froze. They came to me, he continued. They made it clear that if I didn't disappear, they would come after anyone close to me. Her chest tightened. You could have told me. I wanted to, he said, his voice breaking. But if you knew, you'd be involved. And I couldn't risk that. He had left the city within 48 hours. Changed his number. Cut all contact. To protect her. Lena's eyes filled with tears. You don't get to decide what I can handle, she whispered. I know, he said, but loving you meant keeping you safe, even if it meant losing you. For 5 years, he had worked non-stop to clear the debt, to make sure the threat was gone, to make sure she would never be dragged into it. I checked your social media sometimes, he admitted, just to see if you were okay. She let out a small, broken laugh. I hated you, she said, and I missed you every day. They sat there, 2 people shaped by silence and sacrifice. You should have trusted me, she said. I know, he replied again. That word carried 5 years of regret. The hardest part wasn't the explanation. It was deciding what came next. 5 years is a long time. They were not the same people anymore. I'm not here to ask for anything, Caleb said quietly. I just couldn't let you believe I stopped loving you. She studied him. The man who broke her heart. The man who thought leaving was protection. You hurt me, she said. I know. But I understand why. Silence. Real love isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's messy, imperfect, fear-driven. Are they gone? She asked. Yes. Completely. Yes. She exhaled slowly. You don't get 5 years back, she said. But maybe we don't waste the next 5. His eyes filled. Not with relief. With hope. They didn't rush back into romance. They started with coffee. With conversations. With rebuilding trust brick by brick. Because love isn't just about sacrifice. It's about communication. And choosing each other honestly. Months later, standing in the same cafe where they reunited, Caleb reached across the table. I'll never leave without a goodbye again. This time, she believed him. Not because he promised, but because he stayed. Sometimes people leave not because they stop loving you, but because they think it's the only way to protect you. Sometimes silence hides fear. Sometimes distance hides sacrifice. But love, real love, always finds its way back to the truth. He left without a goodbye. 5 years later, he came back with one. If this story touched you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more emotional, realistic love stories.